I was already on my way. I was almost at home. I canceled 2 appointments, so. So when I end, I'll just get all your contact. Yeah. I'll have to yeah, I'll step in. I'll say that. I'll tell them. And I'll work with you to figure out when we can give well, I know that several are going to be there. Some said they were going to be late.
Here's what we have. After we're done, whatever you want from.
Okay.
Okay. But I'm not going to piece you guys not to get back out.
Okay. So just me. I'll do a whatever. Actually, a couple of them said, will somebody be available?
Okay. I'm just going to do it and I'll talk to you. Right here. I'm going to have the firefighter and he's also wanting the water to get down my lab. We're going to have him talk to him.
Okay, so when are you going to do this?
As soon as everyone's ready, we're ready to go.
What do you want me to do? Do you want me to introduce this? This is Chief John.
Yeah, I set this up.
How are you? We're going to do it right here. Oh, so far back. How do you no, I told him I'm off right now. We try to walk on it. It's like, yeah, go around.
Walter, do you hear me? Microphone check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But this mine's like right here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But it's real tough. No, but the way like yeah, it's tough. That's my side. It's not really much better. You guys want to wait? What do you want to do? Huh? When you guys are ready, we'll be ready. You guys ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Ready?
Ready.
Good. Ready? You stand right inside.
Am I in your sign?
Okay, when you guys so when you talk, I'm going to step up, but if you talk, step forward. If you can't hear them, make sure. So I'm going to start talking and then we're going to do this. So let me just lay out what we're going to do right now. So I'm Deputy Chief Jim Ryan, South Brunswick Police Department. I'm going to give you a brief overview. I'm going to introduce the people who were involved in the incident and attempts to make the rescue today, and they'll make brief statements. After that, Lieutenant Rick will handle any media inquiries after this press conference. Ready to get started?
Let's do it. Can you talk loud?
Yep, here we go. At 3:25 p.m. today, South Brunswick Police received a radio transmission and 911 calls of a helicopter going down. The initial report was Captain Chuck Paisano from the Kingston Firehouse nearby. Captain Paisano, who's behind me, observed the helicopter flying erratically and dropped below sight line. He then immediately notified South Brunswick Police Dispatch. At the same time, the officer nearby both headed to this location with the belief that a helicopter had gone down. 2 other witnesses on the Carnegie Lake area had called 911 to report observing the helicopter also going down. When the officer and firefighter arrived, they were directed about a quarter mile off the road behind me to a water/tree area where the helicopter had landed upside down in the water. Officer Tyler Harpster and firefighter Captain Chuck Paisano went and immediately entered that water. They worked their way about the water about 3 feet high. They worked through the water and saw the shoulder of the pilot in the water in the helicopter upside down. The 2 men lifted the helicopter and pulled the pilot from the helicopter, dragging him onto the shoreline nearby. The pilot had suffered massive injuries and life-saving efforts were not possible. There was a tri-county response from both Middlesex, Somerset, and Franklin Township of emergency services. In all, more than 3 dozen emergency services responded to the initial report of a helicopter down. After the pilot was pulled from the helicopter, emergency services scoured the water. Kingston firefighters entered the water with inflatable outfits to confirm that no one else had entered the water. An investigation is underway to determine more facts about what went on. At this point in time, we know the helicopter took off from Princeton Airport, approximately 3 miles away. It then went down in this water. There is no other people believed on the helicopter at this current time. No current people on the ground were injured. The investigation is going to be multi-tasked with the FAA, the Middlesex County prosecutors, and New York State Police. At this point in time, I'm going to first turn over to Captain Paisano to talk about his initial observations of the helicopter. Captain Paisano.
Well, while on duty, I observed a helicopter in front of our station. Looked like it started to lose control. After it started to descend, it disappeared out of the sight line. I immediately called headquarters and advised them to start resources to locate the helicopter and bring any other emergency services that were needed. That's all I have.
So, the investigation moved a step forward. The helicopter is still partially in the water. We're going to work with the FAA and whatever they need. FAA is expected to be here within the hour. We will work with those investigators. We will work also with the Middlesex County Medical Examiner's Office and make any proper notifications. This scene is, fluid as far as the emergency services still going to be here, and I expect that we will be here for several hours. I will take any questions that you may have at this time.
How long was the chopper up before it went down?
What's going to be part of the investigation, I don't have those details yet.
Do you know what kind of helicopter it was, how big it was, and where it's from?
It looked like a single-person helicopter. I don't have the details on what the flight pattern or what was going on with the helicopter.
Does the location of the helicopter at all hamper rescue efforts or anything? Is it in a remote location?
The location is remote. It's about, like I said, a quarter mile behind us. And so the Carnegie Lake, which is on the border of Princeton, is a big body of water. This tributary is off there, and there's a heavily wooded area, heavily brush. It's really a great credit to the firefighter and the first officer how fast they located it. They were within probably 5 minutes of a helicopter going down. These rescuers entered the water and made every attempt to rescue the pilot.
Did the helicopter make any kind of noise or anything? Did it sound like it was in distress while it was flying, and which brought their attention to it or anything?
So we have some initial observations, both from the captain from the fire department and from a citizen on the bridge here, who said that they thought the flight pattern was kind of erratic. One of the initial witnesses thought that maybe it got a bad wind gust or something like that because it was erratic in its flight pattern. But we do have some video evidence of the incident, and the FAA will use that as part of their investigation.
Do we know anything about the pilot?
The pilot is a male. Beyond that, I don't want to confirm anything. We have not notified any family or friends. The owner of the helicopter company has come to the scene here, so we're going to make sure that we make notification to those family members before we tell anyone else. Do you have any last-minute questions?
How about anything about his experience?
That will all be part of the investigation. Right now, it's early. Detectives at Princeton Airport, the State Police Aviation Unit will also be involved, but we don't have that information right now. Lieutenant Rickle, I'm going to turn it over to. He will be the follow-up for anything that you need, any additional questions. Lieutenant Rickle.
Thank you.
exactly where you
All
are.
right, so my name is Lieutenant Rickle. I'm with the South Brunswick Police Department. If you have additional questions as this investigation progresses, I'd be happy to provide that information. So when we're done, if you just step forward and just make sure that I have your information, I'll make sure that I reach out and give you whatever it is that I can hand off to you. Thank you.
So
All right.
I'm going to tell you, you're going to reach out to
Which outlet?
NJ.com, our ledger. And I have to give my